Hello and welcome to the recap of day 3 in the Laken Riley case, the case with the 22-year-old nurse student who was red rummed outside of her dorm, well, in an area right outside her dorm area at Augusta University in Georgia. Friday, Monday was putting in a lot of stuff from the state side, and they were about to wrap up yesterday. They had said they would be done by noon, but it went over that. Um, and it was a really, really tough day in trial yesterday. It got a little emotional because we saw videos from the campus area. First, we saw Jose Ibarra, as you know, I talked about. He was stalking around another girl's room. We saw him multiple times try to get in through her door. She was testifying on Monday, I believe it was, that she had heard someone outside of her door and looked out, seen someone running away, and then seen him by the window. Via video, we found out yesterday that he's actually been out there casing the area for a very long time before she saw him. Multiple times she had been at her door trying to open a door, open the outer door, blind, I think you call it in America. We don't have those types of doors in Denmark, but he's been trying the door multiple times. So in my opinion, again, speculation, he would have done something to whatever girl he could get his hand on that day. And he was in that area for a very long time. After he's spotted, he walks off into the woods, and then came the heart-wrenching part, because then we saw a video of Laken out on her final run. And to begin with, when she was running towards the camera, to me it was, yeah, I was thinking about, I'm going to make a stupid joke about something. But then we saw her run away, take a left turn, run into where she would never return from, and it was 3.5 minutes before she stops on the trail when he most likely attacks her. That that got real in a different way. Maybe because I have daughters right around that age, but that was really tough. Also, that we found out that around that time, just before that, she had tried to contact her mother. I felt so sorry for that mom, because she had texted her mom at 8:55, "Hey, do you have time for a talk?" At 9:03, she tries to call her mom. Her mom doesn't pick up. As a parent, um, I would be uh, I would be praying to the Lord that I had hit accept on that call for the rest of my life. Um, that must be so hard for that poor mother. Um, we had the ME in to talk about the cause of death: blunt force head trauma and asphyxiation. That clearly was a homicide. And luckily, if you can say it in this situation, there was no signs of SA. So at least that's a good thing. We also had the DNA evidence presented. Um, Under her fingernails, there was only found two DNA profiles: her own and Jose Ibarra's. The defense have tried to do the third party culprit, shifting the blame to Jose's brother, but there's no evidence that connects him to the red rum. It's only his DNA. There's also the discarded jacket that was found in the dumpster near his building, where the only traces of DNA is from him and her. So her DNA is on his jacket, and his DNA is beneath her fingernails. So it's an ironclad case, this one. And you know me, I will I will go very, very far for the state to convince me. But in this case, I can't. The only thing he potentially could get out of the 10 different charges he have is the assault with the attempt to essay, because there hasn't been an essay. But I still, because we also had a guy who had looked at the pictures, who described that we know she was found with her pubular area exposed, but now we heard that her sports bra was actually pulled over her outer layers. So to me, that's not someone who drags you away. It's to expose because you probably wanted some kind of gratification. So a very, very tough day yesterday. That run hit me in a way I didn't think it would hit me. You never know what it is in a case that hits you. Most cases, I'm a cold-hearted bastard. I watch cases. I do my own jury duty. I've seen stuff that most people shouldn't see. But this one, just seeing her run and then turn left, that touched something. So into the sun with this SOB. The state then rested, and defense was having a go at it. They called a police officer out of order. He didn't have anything to say. Then they called a guy who was out running, who said he saw someone in the area, somewhere else in the area. Couldn't describe him, couldn't say anything about his clothes other than he had dark clothes on. It was just a nothing burger again. They called someone who was kind of dating the brother, who had been drinking with him that day, and he might have threatened her about a murder, but it was through a translator app, so she didn't. I don't know how much you could use it. She sounded drunk. Apparently, she liked a little of the fun juice, and I don't know where they're going. They're trying to imply his brother can do it. They then tried to call the brother. The brother was at the courthouse, but he is a resident of a federal institution, and so he has a lawyer, but his lawyer wasn't present. They called his lawyer, and he said, I will advise him strongly against taking the stand. So we couldn't really go anywhere there. They had another witness they wanted to call to testify about what the brother should say. And I can't see how that can come in, because they haven't proven that the brother did it. So he's not a party opponent. So that would be hearsay in the best of cases. And he's also a resident of a federal. So he would probably also didn't say no to testifying. I don't see the defense doing much damage to the case. I see it's a slam dunk case. He did it. He should be. I can't say what I really mean on YouTube, but you probably know, if you saw my show yesterday, how I felt about it. It was a tough day. Today probably be a short day. Be back 8:30, and yeah, horrible case yesterday got me in the little heart. But sadly, that's part of the job when you're covering cases like this. See you at 8:30.